What's up, everyone? In this video, I will show you how to actually get better at Guessed. This is for the new players and the advanced ones. If you already know the basics, then you can skip to the advanced timestamp. Now let's get into it. Guessed has two passives. Your first passive is called Made to Last. You spawn with 15 more HP. And his second passive is called Self-Sacrifice. This passive has no official name or displayed in-game. This passive will be called Self-Sacrifice for ease of referencing. Guest 1337 has hit priority over other entities, such as survivors and structures. While this may sound like a drawback, it actually increases the effectiveness of Guest 1337's blockability and damage tanking. However, this passive can be countered by multi-hit attacks such as Slasher's M1's, Cool Kid's Corrupt Nature, and Noli's Nova. This mechanic has three tiers. Tier 1, Standard Priority. The entity closest to the killer's hitbox is damaged. Tier 2, Guest 1337's default passive. If multiple players are stacked in the same position, he will always be hit. If multiple guests are stacked, only one of them takes damage. Tier 3, active only during Guest 1337's block. It overrides Tier 1 and Tier 2. If multiple guests are blocking in the same spot, only one of them takes damage. For our first ability, we have Block. It has a cooldown of 30 seconds. Guest 1337 braces for an incoming attack using the Block ability. The effects are as follows. Applies resistance 5 for 1 second. Movement speed is reduced by 80% for 2 seconds. Upon successfully blocking an attack, Guest 1337's movement speed is restored and they gain speed 1 for 2 seconds. Resistance 5 is removed. The killer's movement speed is reduced by 30% for 1 second. A charge is activated for Guest 1337's punch ability. Projectiles cannot be blocked. And here's something that don't many people actually know. The Resistance 5 applied during a block negates damage from any non-melee attack, but it does not remove other status effects or grant a punch charge. His second ability is called Charge. Guest 1337 dashes forward in a shoulder bash pose for 1.5 seconds. The effects are as follows. If Guest 1337 collides with an enemy, the collided enemy is knocked back. If the collided enemy is a killer, their abilities are locked for 1.25 seconds. Guest 1337 becomes invincible for 1.25 seconds. If Guest 1337 does not collide with an enemy, Guest 1337 receives slowness 2 for a duration equal to 3 times the stud distance from the nearest killer divided by 13. Duration equals 3 times stud distance from nearest killer divided by 13. The charge ends automatically if Guest 1337 crashes into a wall. Guest 1337 cannot gain stamina while charging. Charge also ends if you fall off of a high ledge. And the last ability is Punch and has a cooldown of 5 seconds. Guest 1337 wins up his fist for 0.7 seconds and punches forward. If the killer is punched, killer is stunned for 2 seconds. If used within 1 second of a successful block, the punch becomes a parry. Parried punches have a windup of 0.4 seconds. Stun duration is increased to 3.5 seconds. Guest 1337 gains resistance 2 during a normal punch and resistance 3 during a parry. Maximum of 1 punch charge at a time, regardless if Guest 1337 gets another successful block. Now let's move on how to actually get better at Guest. So, to get better at Guest, you need to learn how to react block. And it's not that hard, I'ma be honest. The first thing I want you to do is to go in your settings and change the main ability keybind to an unused keybind. Then change the alt ability one to left mouse button. Why? Because your hand is always on your mouse. So why not change the block keybind to one of your mouse buttons? And if you don't want the block to be LMB, Then change it to a keybind you're comfortable with, or a keybind that you can press easily mid-chase. All right, so first up, you need a friend. And if you don't have a friend, then keep watching, because I'll show you another way to learn it without a friend later on. But wait, before I'll show you how to learn it, let me explain what react blocking or hitbox dragging actually is. We all know every killer has a M1 hitbox, right? Notice how the hitbox stays there for a few milliseconds? This is called linger, and that's what we need to hitbox drag. But that's not the only thing we need. The killer also has a windup. You can react block any other killer except Cool Kid and Slasher. And react blocking is basically reacting to the killer's M1 windup. And you can block the M1 while you're in the M1 hitbox from the killer. Hitbox dragging is a bit different. I'll explain how to do it now and how to practice it. All right, so to do hitbox dragging, you want to stay just outside of the killer's M1 range, but as close to the hitbox as possible. Then, as soon as you see the killer's wind-up animation, you block and move into the hitbox at the same time. What's basically happening is, the killer is swinging at the air, but because your collision hitbox becomes about 3 times bigger while blocking, it still counts as a block even though the attack didn't directly hit you. Also, don't forget, every hitbox lingers for a short moment. So even after the M1 animation is already over, the hitbox is still there for a split second, and that lingering hitbox can still connect with your block since your hitbox is larger while blocking. Now, to practice this, go into a private server with a friend and have them randomly M1 you. Your goal is to react as fast as possible and block at the right moment. Keep in mind, ping and FPS matter a lot. For example, if the killer has high ping, like 150 or 200, the hitbox can come out much earlier or feel inconsistent. Sometimes it feels like the hitbox appears at the start of the windup, sometimes in the middle. It really depends on their connection. Because of that, if you don't have extremely fast reaction time, it's almost impossible to consistently block killers like Slasher or Cool Kid when they're laggy. So to help with that, you can react to the sound cue instead. That way you block instantly when you hear the M1 sound. Just make sure to turn off chase music so you can hear it clearly. And if you don't have a friend, I got you. Search up Guest Fighting Game and create a private server. After you load it in, press Settings in the top left corner and change your block keybind to the same that you have in Forsaken. After that, go to the Admin panel in the top right corner. There are many different options such as Auto Block and Infinite Stamina, but we're looking for the Spawn a Dummy option. As you can see, we can spawn in many different dummies, but if you want something that chases you, then select Delirious Bot. By the way, if you're over 205 milliseconds reaction time, it's very hard to block Slashers or Cool Kids M1. If you want to see your reaction time or how to get better reaction time, then watch this. Go to your browser and type Human Benchmark. Click the first link. Press Get Started, and then try to click as fast as possible when you see the red box turning green. After you've done this a couple times, it will tell you how fast your reaction time is. This is my final score, and that is crazy fast, not gonna lie. And if you're completely buns and have cooked reaction time, I still got you. Predict blocking is very inconsistent and very 50-50, but predict blocking is a great way to help your teammates. If someone misses their stun, for example, the killer will most likely punish him with a M1 or a high damage dealing ability. And this is your time to shine. Go to the survivor that missed their stun and instantly block. This is a good way to get free parries, and most people won't see this coming, unless you make it very obvious that you're gonna block. And please don't try these cola or medkit baiting type stuff. These techs were good in like the earliest days of Forsaken, but now no one will fall for this anymore except they're brain rotted and dumb as hell. Anyways, Just try to predict block if your teammates are in a sketchy situation or are cornered. But if you're the one getting chased, then good luck, buddy.